I'm Carolyn, and I am the owner of Eclair, which is a beautiful Uber bakery on Banjara Hills Road number 12. And if you have not visited yet, you must come. You must come and give us an opportunity to serve you and to delight you with an array of beautiful, handcrafted, delicious, mouth-melting pastries. You know, many people ask me, why Eclair? Why did you do it this way? Why why does your new furniture look old? You know, why is your couch this way? Why is your food this way? And I know as soon as people enter Eclair, there's this overwhelming wow factor. Like, it's so different. It does not fit into a box. And the only reason or explanation I can give to that is, why not Eclair? I mean, Hyderabad is a place that has everything. I mean, whatever you desire, Hyderabad has it. It has space for it. It has birthed it. And I wanted a place where you could walk in and be yourself, where strangers could walk out as friends, where people could come together as a family and just enjoy a slice of cake or something cold to drink on this terribly hot day. We wanted a place which would be friendly and comfortable, and people could be themselves. Setting up this restaurant, especially as a woman, especially as a person, being young and being ignorant in the field of business, has had, of course, his ups and downs, but there have been more ups than more downs. I'll tell you, my greatest challenge is, matter of fact, our floor. When we were setting up Eclair, I didn't like the floor, and so I came in one day and I was getting so fed up, and I chiseled the floor away, and literally I spent hours chiseling the floor away. And then I went out into the market and I started looking for flooring and realized I did not like anything. And so I went back and bought the exact same tile that I had chipped away. So the greatest difficulty for me has been the fact that I didn't know what I was coming to. Now that we've set up Eclair, now I know what we're looking at. Now I know what I should be preparing myself for. But at that point, I didn't know. At that point, all I had was this burning passion that I wanted to make a difference, that I wanted to do something with my life, that I wanted to, help people and build conversation. And my way of communicating with the world was through food, through pastries and through edibles. We don't sell our food here. We sell good customer service. We sell pleasant, conversation. We sell happiness. We sell joy. Our way of doing that is just through these baked goods. So the total duration from inception to birth of Eclair took almost 3 years. And where did I waste most of the time was figuring out if I really wanted to do this. Because, business, you can do any kind of business. There's a world of opportunities before you. And anyone that has any kind of experience will tell you food business is the worst business to dip your feet into. Because either they love you or they hate you. And the thing is that when people love you, there's always a group of people that will hate you. And when people hate you, they all hate you. And so it was that anxiety of, is this what I wanted to do? But you know what? Someone had said, when you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, then you will succeed. And I realized that I would know if I wanted Eclair as much as I wanted to breathe. Like, it would have to consume me. And when this idea of Eclair consumed me, then I knew it was time to give birth to it. And then we started looking for a place. Majority of this time, it took just to find the right place. I mean, I must have traveled all of Hyderabad, trying all the way from Secunderabad to Gachibowli to the financial area as well, and just looking for the right place. And I had, inside, I just needed to know that place was for me, and I was for that place, because place, I believe, is really key into where you you set up your place.
Did you have any support from your family or friends or did all by yourself?
And from my parents, none. My parents still to this day, I think I'm a little crazy for starting, going into this. But I have had key people in my life who have supported me, who have helped me. But I will tell you something: when you step out alone. You never really step out with support, and the support that's there eventually will fade. And there will be times where it's great, but then it will fade. It will fade. And so, as I said, you have to know that you know that you know that you know that this is what you want to do.
At any point during this process, did you ever feel that this won't last long or you just wanted to give up?
Of course, last night, setting up a business. Now that I've started the business, I feel is the easy part. Because you have the excitement, the passion, the desire. I mean, it's like, right before you run, you have the butterflies, and you're like, yes, I'm going to win this race. And you never really know if you're going to win or not, but you know that you're going to run, right? And that you're going to give it your best shot. But then as soon as you say, on the marks, get set, go, and then you start running, that's when your legs start to hurt. That's when you start getting breathless. That's when it becomes hot and sticky, and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? People are standing on the sidelines and drinking like nice Coca-Cola, and here I am, the fool, running in the hot sun. That is when it really hurts. And so, there have been times, like I say last night, I asked myself, really, am I doing this? Like, I could go tomorrow and just close it down. Like, am I doing this? Because the reality of running a business is not at the beginning. It's as you run it. And maybe I haven't experienced the whole realm of business as other people can tell you. And their experience is much more valuable than mine because they've surpassed what I have experienced. But I feel that it goes from difficulty to difficulty and struggle to struggle. Just like you start up, the conventional school. You start in kindergarten, right? It's all play. But then when you get to 10th grade, oh my goodness, we're spending like hours studying for this one major exam that is going to determine which way your life will go. But then after 10th grade, it never really stops, does it? You have the 11th grade boards, you have the 12th grade boards, and then you have like all the engineering and medical and all those exams, entrance exams, and then it never stops. It just keeps going and going. And I feel life, the school of life, is the same way. It's the school of academics is the replica of the school of life. Once you pass one grade, once you pass one test, you just go to the next level. You just go to a harder struggle or something that's more difficult. But then you have the wisdom and the foundation of the younger grades, the foundation of the younger days to build up to that. And so you almost know how to pace yourself, So you're not just like, let's get this done. You just like, okay, let me sort through stuff. Let me figure it out. So it gets easier in a way, but the struggles are tougher.
If you were to redo this again, would you, in hindsight?
Yes, I would. If I had to redo this again, I would redo it in a heartbeat. What would I do different? I would organize everything. Until now, I've never been a woman of numbers. I mean, I would see 1, 2, and 3, and I would like get fear or pneumonia or malaria or something, right? And but now I would just learn. I would dig deep. I would like ask myself questions. How much is this couch going to cost? Like, is there any other way we could do it? There are a lot of things that I've done right, and there are a lot of foolish mistakes I have made because there has been a brick pillar of fear that has prevented me from asking questions that would have actually helped me do a better job. So basically what I did is I jumped into a cold ocean and held my nose shut and shut my ears and then hoped I wouldn't freeze to death. I wouldn't do it that way. I would ask myself the tough questions so that I would be prepared. How much is this going to cost? Like, how long are we going to take? Is this the right way of doing it? Maybe, is there another way of doing it? Just really go with it with an open mind.
What advice would you give for women who are starting their
You can never do it alone. Now, I know it's interesting that I say that, considering that, I tell you that I didn't have much support, but you cannot do it alone. I believe that infinite wisdom, some people call it God, some people call it the conscience. I don't know what it is. For me, it is God. It's a superior entity that has really helped me to know that it was going to be okay. And at the end of the day, if you know that it's going to be okay, you're going to succeed. Because there's even though there's that fear, you just know that somehow you're going to make it through. And so for women who are going to start this, I'd say know that it's going to be okay. There are going to be ups, there are going to be downs. Don't let the happiness, it's amazing because someone had told me, when good times come, don't let those good times overwhelm you. And I'm like, what fool would ever say that? But it's like the greatest wisdom I've ever had. Yes, there will be good times, but don't let them overwhelm you. Don't let them consume you. Don't make them allow you to become so proud that you no longer work on this earth. Amazing wisdom. And yet I will add to that, when difficult times come, they will not last forever. Keep your head above the water. Like think. When what happens is that when difficult times or good times come, we forget to think. And I would just say to you, just think. Take a breath. Breathe it in. When difficult times come, breathe it in. Allow yourself to cry. It's okay. We're all human beings. And when good times come, as much as you enjoy it, don't let it consume you. Because as good times come, of course the difficult times will come. Then the good times will come, because it's all a part of life, and it'll help us, evolve from the cocoon to the butterfly.